We would like to welcome you to the South Florida portion of the MDA Show of Strength on the CW West Palm. This segment is brought to you by Three Forks.
Welcome back, everybody, to the MDA Show of Strength. We are making great progress. We're well on our way, but we're not there quite yet.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Yes.
But we still have a long way to go. You know, folks, I'd like you to imagine for a moment, if you could, that your child was the only one in class who wore leg braces or used a wheelchair or needed extra help to take notes. Imagine how different your child might feel from all the other kids.
MDA makes it possible to give a child a magical week where kids can just be kids. It's a week at MDA Summer Camp. Have a look at this. Don't delay another minute. Please call 800-FIGHT-MD and show your strength.
Camp is an amazing place. That's where the kids that are affected by muscle disease can go and just be themselves and really have a great time. They love the swimming. It's just a wonderful place. Won't you make a donation now and help send a camper to camp? You'll be very, very pleased with yourself. And I want you to know somebody or going to meet somebody who's very pleased with himself. This is John Fontini, and he's with the Pepsi Company, and he's been a part of the lockup, the executive lockup. And boy, has he been raising. Been calling a lot of folks, huh?
A lot of people, a lot of people.
All our friends? You got a lot of friends.
I got a lot of friends and family that care.
Yeah, you know what? And I bet you raised a pretty good dollar. I happen to know. Tell everybody how much you got.
I did, $7,500.
Oh man, that is absolutely out of this world. Congratulations to you and all those friends and your family for making a big difference and showing a lot of strength for our show, Strength and Muscular Dystrophy Association. Thank you, John. Leah?
I'm with Rick Neighbors with Arrigo Dodge, a longtime member and family of the MDA, raising money. Rick, tell us a little bit about how you raised money this year.
Well, I had a bunch of my college buddies from Georgetown that I said, listen, I'm going to be giving you a call. You better come through. And they did today. We raised quite a bit, I think.
What did you raise for us?
$7,750.
Excellent. Well, Rick, we appreciate all you do each and every year. We're looking forward to seeing you again next year.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Great.
Thank you, Leah. You know, our executive lockup has been another huge success this year. Business people in our community are leaving their businesses to be locked up, to get on the phone all day to raise money for muscular dystrophy. Allison Morris is joining me now from Nordstrom, from the Gardens Mall. And you're
here at the Gardens.
Yeah, and you're in customer relations, but today you're putting all of that to good use by calling all your friends and family.
Yes, you know, we're happy to support this community and this amazing charity here at the Gardens, so we're happy to be a part of it.
Can you give us a hint how much you've raised so far?
So far we've raised $7,400.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
We need to get you out of the office more often.
I know, right? And especially having myself escorted out by the police, so it's always a good way to get started for the day.
Yeah, you have to call your mom later. Mom, I was arrested today, but it was for a good cause.
Yes, absolutely. I already said bail me out of jail.
There you go. Okay, Allison, thank you so much, and say thank you to all our good friends over at Nordstrom of the Gardens Mall.
I will do so. Thank you.
Okay.
The letters ELU might not mean anything to you, but they mean an awful lot to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and our fight against muscle disease. Executive lockup. And that's where all the folks come to the beautiful Three Forks restaurant under the direction of Mr. Tommy Nevins, and they raise money by calling their friends and neighbors and raising bail money. Take a look.
Many businesses and professionals from around South Florida have spent their hour in the slammer for having a big heart. While in jail, they raise bail money and network with other jailbirds. Recently, North Palm Beach citizens went behind bars for good.
Put a lot of love in here, man. This album is a ton you never heard.
Okay, who says all the stars are in Hollywood? We've got a lot of stars shining brightly right here in South Florida. And I'd like you to hear the names of some wonderful people in our area who've pledged Silver Stars. That's a $400 donation. Joel Weissman, William Shepard, Mr. McCready, Unisource Discovery, Michael Samuels, Hank Palladori, Melinda Steele, and Diane Howder. Thank you all so much.
Imagine how your life would be different if at 2 years of age you received a diagnosis of spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA. That's what happened to Aaron Bates of Orlando. Now at age 32, he's made a remarkable career for himself, helping others who have physical disabilities. This is Aaron's story.
I'm a lawyer that loves and enjoys litigating, which means arguing with somebody, and I was kind of told at a young age that I could run my mouth and argue with the best of them. Being in a courtroom setting, I don't know, there's just something about holding the attention of other people, and you're on level ground. My disability isn't necessarily a hindrance in a courtroom. I was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy type 2 about the age of 2 years old. I've been in a wheelchair since 3 to 4 years old. I remember when I turned 18 and graduated from high school, my dad said, guess what? You can't dig a ditch, so you better figure out what you're gonna do for a living. So I got through undergrad in law school. In 5 years, started my own law firm with my partner, and I spent the past 3-4 years doing disability rights litigation here in the state of Florida. I spend a lot of time helping families with neuromuscular diseases navigate the immense obstacles associated with living with a disability. Families are an essential component, if not the most important piece of any individual living with MD. Without a good support structure from the family, I can't imagine where my life would be today. As a young person growing up with muscular dystrophy, the amount of different types of medical care needed is extremely varied. So what MDA Clinic provides is that specialized medical care that you can't get at your local doctor's office. To know that I had the opportunities in the normal life that I had, despite living with neuromuscular disease, is not a testament to me, it's a testament to the support structure of both my family and the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
As Aaron Bates says, without a good support structure from my family and MDA, I can't imagine where my life would be today. You can show your strength by helping MDA provide a support structure for adults and children just like Aaron. Call 800-FIGHT-MD. Text MDA to 20222 or go to MDA's website at mda.org. Thank you.
Of course, MDA's ultimate goal is finding cures and treatments for the more than 40 forms of muscle diseases in MDA's programs. And that's why MDA funds cutting-edge research throughout the world, including right here in South Florida at the University of Miami. Doesn't it feel great to know that our area is part of MDA's life-saving quest? And you can be part of the quest too. Show your strength and support MDA research by making a donation now. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call 1-800-FIGHT-MD. Text MDA to 20222, or you can go online to mda.org and make your donation right now.
I would like to introduce you now to a wonderful family that's been part of the MDA family for a very, very long time. Nadine and David Kirby, thank you so much for being here. Now, I want to congratulate David because he has a big announcement. You just graduated
from Palm Beach Central.
Yes, and you're going to be going to college where?
Palm Beach State.
Okay, and what do you want to major in?
Digital design.
Okay, now he's been telling me some of his ideas, so we have a really big entrepreneur here. So remember this name, David Kirby. Nadine, David was actually diagnosed at a very, very early age, and with Duchenne, usually you're not diagnosed at 4. Can you tell us how that came to be?
He was diagnosed when he was about 3.5.
3.5?
Kind of by accident. He got a virus. He was at daycare. He got a virus. Brought him to the hospital to rehydrate him. They did a blood test, and they noticed that he had some enzymes that were very, very high, and with muscular dystrophy, that's usually the readings are very high. They're not in the normal range. So he was accidentally diagnosed.
And you're saying in retrospect there are things that you maybe should have noticed, but when this is your only child, you don't know that there aren't certain milestones that should have been met.
There's a lot of things that you don't notice, like you don't think that your 2-year-old there's any problem with having your 2-year-old need help going up the stairs. You think, oh, he's just grabbing on to help himself to pull up. I never thought like small steps and things like that. But other than that, that was just one of the things that I noticed. But of course, being that he was diagnosed so early, we got to head a lot of things off.
Right, right.
So.
Now, you guys have also been so very involved in all the different fundraising activities, and so you've been very proactive that way. And David, you went to camp 7, 8 times?
Yeah, about 7, 8 times.
Okay, tell us what was so terrific, why it was such a great opportunity to be able to go to the camp.
Get away from your parents for a week.
Only kidding, Mom.
No, he's serious.
Oh, okay.
I am serious.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you made so many friends.
I've made a few over the years.
Yeah. So are you going to stay involved? I know that you've gone to the bowl-a-thons and the walks and all of that stuff. Are you guys going to keep on keeping on with it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, but you're
I
going to
think we will, because we want to help some more kids.
That's what it's all
go to camp
about.
and maybe find a cure. So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much, and good luck to you in college.
Thank you.
And he's talking about all these different inventions, so remember that name. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
You can really make a difference for families served by MDA. Show your strength. Donate.
MDA is making great strides in research. Take a look at this.
This trial means everything to us. It's the most important thing in our entire lives, and we just really pray that it works and are hoping that it does.
Please, squeeze hard, squeeze hard.
Shannon DiMattio's son, Jack, has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. He is one of 12 boys from around the United States who took part in a landmark clinical trial conducted at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. Jack and the other boys received weekly doses of what is known as an exon-skipping drug. The Phase 2 clinical trial was led by Dr. Jerry Mendel.
We're taking the area of the gene that's blocked and we skip over it. That's why it's called an exon-skipping trial. And we have a very special agent that we use called an antisense oligonucleotide that we've gotten from ABI Pharmaceutical. And we're going to give this intravenously for every week for 24 weeks.
The drug is called eteplirsen.
This clinical trial is the culmination of more than a decade of MDA-supported research. This provides so much hope for our families.
The clinical trial began with muscle biopsies on each of the boys to obtain tissue samples. Then, as the trial progressed, the effects of the drug were observed through a series of tests. Dr. Mendel and his team frequently examined the boys' muscle function. There were brisk 6-minute walks to check balance and endurance. Echocardiograms measured heart function, and overall physical exams completed the regimen. This important clinical trial would not have been possible without pioneering research funded by the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Looking back 15, 20 years, I don't think there was even one trial going on. And if the research continues the way it is, I'm pretty sure that this generation of boys would be cured.
Please call the number on your screen or go to mda.org. With your help, we will defeat Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
A big shout out for everyone who has made a Gold Star donation. Gold Stars, of course, are $600. Thank you so very much. I'd like to read the list now of some of the wonderful people who've made these donations. Dirk Kirsten Sr., Talachek Merrill, Achilles Sakatarius, Hillary Mullerkey, Chris Lynch, Nancy Ulfste, Baylor Elam, Christine Linden of Allstate, Alan Wiseman, Earl Stewart, Angela Stewenwhite, Kevin Shanahan, Philip Jordan, William Elrich, and Behavioral Health of the Palm Beaches. Thank you all so very much.
Good people. Thank you all. It was a wonderful list. Why don't you put your name on the Gold Star list? $600. That's all you need. That's the donation. And if you want to get a Silver Star,
$400.
$400. And we'd like to put your name right up there with the rest of the Silver and Gold Stars that we have that are helping to fight muscle disease. Right now, it's time for us to head back to the national program. But don't forget, it's easy to make your donation. Just call 1-800-FIGHT-MD. Do it right now, won't you? Now, back to our national show of strength.